Morning, good morning, good morning. And that was everyone this morning. Alright, so guys, let me see if I can share about this, guys. I did share this a while ago, but um one. Alright, so as I was saying earlier, this morning we are going to declare in the atmosphere, right? So I am grateful to be alive. I am glad to be here. I had no issue this morning when I woke up. God woke me up in my right mind. So I'm grateful. So I want to declare in the atmosphere today that it doesn't matter what the enemy does, nobody, nothing is going to be stealing my joy. So I want you to declare that in the atmosphere today, that nothing or no one will steal your joy. You are blessed. You are a chosen generation. You are favored. You are redeemed. You are saved. God's grace is sufficient for you. By his stripes, you are healed. You shall be fed. Nothing that happens today is stronger or more impactful than the power of God. Be mindful that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask of him. Know that you're an overcomer. Know that you're strong. Know that you're beautiful. Know that you're handsome. Whatever happens today, think before you react. Your reaction will literally determines how the rest of your day materialize. Be an inspiration to somebody today. Be an helpful hand to somebody today. Blessed and be blessed. Give without wanting to receive. Share because it's the right thing to do. Encourage somebody today. Pray for somebody today. Check up on somebody today. Declare all of these in the atmosphere today. Remember that God loves us. Oh, 1 second. I'm thinking that the store is open now. No, sir. 1 second, guys. Nope. Still closed. Still closed. Right? Believe in yourself today. The songwriter says sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes we really do have to encourage ourselves. If somebody speaks a negative word over you today, speak too positive. You belongs to Jesus. I belongs to Jesus. Guys, I need one phone stand for my car. So the phone I move up and down because I have it in my hand. So like every time I move, it move. So ensure. Hey Natty, good morning. So what I'm saying today is that we should speak positive over ourselves. Declaring the atmosphere, the things that you want to materialize. If you know somebody that is at your workplace today, that maybe, just maybe, that person don't have lunch today, share your own with the person. Yes, sis. We want to be positive. We are closing out a month and we are going into a new month soon. Some of us might not even live to see the end of today. But if it's the last thing that we do today, we are going to have a positive day today. We are going to have a day filled with love and joy. Nothing that the enemy does today will steal your joy. Today we are going to feed our spirit man. Tell yourself that you are beautiful. Tell yourself that you are handsome. Tell yourself. Remember, positive vibration. Remember, positive vibration. Use a positive word before your name. Like, say, bless Deon. Motivated Deon. Happy Deon. You know, use a positive word before your name today. Every time you think of yourself today, use a positive word before your name. If something trigger you today, like say somebody probably shout at you, use calm before your name. You want to get upset, you want to get mad, just say calm down. Right? Something that will make your whole environment just be positive. Oftentimes, like the other day, I was walking with my friend. And she saw a guy. So she called to the guy, or the guy called to her. I'm not sure, I think it was a guy that called to her. So when the guy called to her, her response was, where I get big and fat I go? And I turned to her and I said, the guy called to you, that's the way you answer the guy? And she was like, so I'm not big and fat? So I said to her, but that's not a positive way to answer the person. Probably he knows that he's fat and he's not even happy with it. But you are just rubbing it right now. So, let us try to be positive when we speak to somebody. Hey Rambo, bless up yourself. Let us be positive. You know, sometimes, all right, like for instance, this is something that we all do, especially us as Christian. All right? Somebody You see somebody that you haven't seen for a while, or probably somebody you see a lot, and they said to you, pray for me. And you, or put me in your prayers. Put it that way there. They say, put me in your prayers, and you are like, yeah man, me I gonna pray for you. And by the time you go home, or go wherever you're going, you don't even remember so the person did say pray for me. Sometimes even going to church, I may see somebody and they're like, pray for me when you go to church. When I go to church, I remember say the person did say pray for me. So what I start practicing is, if somebody say to me, pray for me when you go to church. You see, while I'm driving to church, I'm praying for that person. Sometimes I don't even know the person's name, but God knows. So let us try to be positive in everything that we do. Let us not sometimes we embarrass person in what is called a decent way. I don't even know how you embarrass somebody in a decent way, because anyway embarrass a person, it's an embarrassment in a negative way. Lots of people always have said the negative things more than the uplift. Yeah, like persons feel like, okay, it's telling you the truth, but we need to use wisdom, right? So I am fat. Honestly, I do not like my body weight. Me personally, I do not like my body weight. However, I'm not doing anything major about it. But then I mean, so every time I see somebody, I'm say, oh, you get so fat. How you had to make you get so fat? How about say, you're looking beautiful today? Okay. How about saying that? The only thing you see from me is the fact I'm fat. So we ought to be positive in how we talk to persons. Right? So let us be positive today. If you normally call your friend and say, oi, maga girl, long foot girl, now call them and say that today. Call the person and say, hey, my beautiful friend, how are you today? I mean, say something positive. Make them say, I want to you today. I will trouble you. You understand? That's a confuse the devil with, confuse the enemy with niceness. Don't. Just be nice to somebody today. Be appreciative of the fact that, hey, maybe that's the last thing I get to say to you today. So I want the last thing that I say to you be something that I can be proud of. Okay? Okay. Some of we have some face, you see. Like Jesus, if we look at ourselves and look at some people. Take off the face today. Take it off. Put on one beautiful one like put on your most beautiful face today, okay? Put on your most beautiful face today. Be awesome today. Be the version of you that will blow somebody's mind to them like, wow, I did not know that she was so nice, or I did not know that he was so nice, so kind. Let somebody look into their self and say, I should not have used that term. I should not have said this to him. Look how calm him, just look how him did calm about the whole situation. No me feel bad. Yeah, man. Make them turn on them internal searchlight and say, boy, even though them throw gasoline pan the fire, you never did I go throw about gasoline. Be the bigger person. Be the kinder person. Be the more loving person. Be the more truthful person. And I always say, exactly, kill them with kindness. 1 second, guys. Kill them with kindness. Sorry, that, guys. I'm gonna check something. Right? Let them just puzzle somebody. And if you are already puzzling somebody, then that is good. That is awesome. If you are being the best version of you already, that is awesome. Guys, you wonder when me I look back, me I look if the store open. Like the last time, guys, I'm go over the time. I'm go over in a yeah. So I know when that happened today again. Right? Yeah. Yeah, today's Friday. So guys, I was saying earlier, you know, a mountain, you know, that time of the month where monthly paid persons get paid. But somehow, the money can't stretch. But we're going to give unto God what is supposed to be given unto God. Do not neglect throwing your tithes. A lot of persons do not throw tithes because they're saying the pastor get the money and all of that. Right? But if you go to a church, if you go to a church, you use water at the church. You might not use a lot. You use water at the church. You use light at the church. You have some persons in the church that really can't afford it and they are getting a little thing, you know, to help stretch. Right? So there are a lot of things that some church does. I once said to one of my friends was, let me ask you a question about my tithes. Because if I'm to give 1/10, right? And it so happens that I put aside that 1/10 and put aside that 1/10, right? I strongly believe the pastor should have a job, though, Natty. I believe the pastor for get paid for preach. I believe that, but that is another story. If the church want to bless the pastor with something, fine. But I don't think they are supposed to get what is called a salary. I don't believe in that. All right? So, some of the times too, you notice the church may have a kids treat for the children. Like my church, we have sometimes, we're coming down to this time, we have family Sunday. So we're going to be cooking and baking and all of that. Natty, when Jesus was on this earth, he was his father was a carpenter, and Jesus did not follow. From the age of 12, he really was preaching the gospel, although his ministry started at the age of 30. But nobody paid him. Nobody paid him. So, and I believe that the Lord is the one setting the example that I am supposed to be following. So you have some pastors that they said God spoke to them and tell them that they should go into the ministry. 100%. Fine. And then every church has a board now. So it's not like you have a church and it's like church is like a business. Most of them is like a business now. And so you find out if the choir not get paid, the choir can't perform how the choir is supposed to perform. If the drummer not get paid, the drummer not perform how the drummer will perform. It's like they are motivated by money and not by giving God their full worship. And so if you take away the money from some of these pastors, you notice that you are not going to be getting a sermon at church. And that is very sad. That is sad. Pastor or no pastor, go get a job. Get a job. So, when the people show them tithes, and this is some of the things that are causing persons not to throw their tithes, right? So, when they throw the tithes, there are a lot of things in the church that needs to be done with the tithes. Some of the time you find out that for years, the benches that are in the church, they've been there for years, and you want some renovation, a lot of little things. So this is where the tithe is supposed to be going. And I'm going to back to what I was saying. So I was saying to one of my friends, if I put aside my 110, right? And it so happens, wait, it looked like the store open. Just 1 minute. All right, the store open now. So I'm going to leave shortly. Let me just see what time it is. Right? So I put aside my 110. Please, somebody, when it's 8:50, if you're 8:50 on your side, just put it in the chat for me. Right? And I put aside my 110. Mind you, Sunday morning, me get up for go church. The only money me see in my purse is my 110. Going to church, right? Going to church, I notice somebody who is in need, right? I notice somebody who is in need. Should I ignore the need of that person and say, all me have is my tithes, me I go throw my tithes at church? Or can I take something from my tithes and assist this person and bring the rest to church? Got what I just said? If I have my 110 and I'm going to church and I notice somebody's in need, do I say, God, I'm have for me I'm a tithes and me have to throw my tithes? Do I help the person from the tithes? Or do I say, boy, I got money this me can't give you? My opinion, let me read what Rambo said. The church should be the helping hand for the community and repairs for the place of worship, which help each and everyone in the community and all around. Indeed. No, sir, help the person. I would give it all to the person in need. Well, maybe the person don't need all of it. And maybe too. Because I remember a situation that I had a situation like that, and all I had was my tithes. And the person needed the money. And I gave it to them. And that was when the question was in my mind. I wonder if God upset with me or not. And I was like, but God, you say I'm to help. You say I'm to give. And I remember the part that says, if he's going to say, you didn't fed his own, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And I'm like, I help. I give back the tithe, even though it did not go to the church, but it goes to helping somebody who probably turn out to needed it more than the church. Right? Because persons sometimes, even when you show your tithes at church, that's what they do. You have a family that is really probably a mother with 4 kids, and the only job she have is a domestic job that pays probably for the week probably at $20,000. No, not for the week, sorry, because domestic job is like probably $3,000 a day. So the person probably go work 3 times for the day or 2 times for the week. So say the person probably get all $6,000 a week, right? And have 4 kids, no bucketive, no man in our life, because that's what happened now. Most of our kids, our fathers are stepping out on their kids. And man, you might not be a lady with 4 different kids. It might be the same father. So don't look at it that way there. Right? And they come to church every Sunday. Maybe, they don't come to church for the worship, They might come to church because what? The church are going to help them, Because a lot of persons do that. Because the church is going to help, they genuinely don't come for the worship. They come so that at the end of service, they can say to the pastor, Pastor, can you help me buy some food or any little thing like that? Then you have some churches that they would like have some care packages, like a little rice, a little 2 pound of flour, a little 2 pound of sugar. You have some churches that do that, have the care packages, right? And so, thank you, Holy Ghost. I just remember that I need to pay a dues for my ladies' meeting. Right? And so they are assisted from the tithes that you throw, just the same. So it's the same thing as me already knowing that the person don't have any food, have 4 pitney. And guys, when I look at my paycheck and the amount of money that I earn, I'm not going to say every month is the same salary. My salary fluctuates. So the amount of money that I earn, and after getting paid, sometimes 3 days, sometimes it not even last me 3 days, I'm broke. Like literally broke. I'm wondering, God, what you gonna do? What you gonna send come? Right? So you can imagine, and the job that I do, I see a lot of paychecks. Right? I see a lot of paychecks. And sometimes I'm like, Lord, touch, Lord, because it's very difficult for somebody who probably works $9,000 a week or $6,000 a week to maintain themselves. I went to the supermarket, and mind you, I did not get everything that I wanted. And when I had to pay the cashier, all the money that I had budget for the supermarket was finished, and I did not get everything that I wanted. We live in a era where it's my play music. We live in an era where what you earn might just be all your kids' lunch money. Because my daughter, where she go to school, I give her $1,000 per day. And trust me, it's not enough. But that's what I give her. And she goes to school 4 weeks, right? So that's $20,000 for the month. Right? Then you have my son. So it's 2 kids. I give him $2,200 for the week. Right? So that's what, 8,800 for the month. So we're looking at 28,800 for the month. So imagine somebody who gets $9,000 per week. $9,000 per week. Remember, I give my daughter $5,000 per week and my son $2,000. So that's $7,200. So imagine somebody that gets $9,000 for the week, and not only do they have 2 child, but they have 3. Somebody money short, don't. Food not think yet. You not think about food. The person does not have another job. So they either going to have to depend on a male companion. They're going to have to depend on the little people them where they are foreign can send something can give them. And probably I got beg. It's rough. But though it's rough, do you give up? Do you have faith? Do you trust? What do you do? So where you can help, help. Where you can help, help. Be grateful. Be extremely grateful. Because sometimes we murmur and we complain. Sorry there, guys. Sometimes we murmur and we complain. And so what we are complaining and murmur about, another person is being grateful for less, having less than what we are complaining about. Yeah. I'm trying to pack up my stuff because it's time to come out of this car. And in the car I get hot too, guys. Trust me. Because I had to wind up the window, you know, to distract. Not be too distracted by the outside elements. So we are going to head inside. We're going to head inside. Because, oh no, now I'm late for work. Okay? You all ain't gonna let me late for work today, okay? Hi. Morning. Alright? So we're going to work now. Sometimes we complain about some stuff, guys. And persons out there are going through way more. And they're not complaining. Somehow we wake up and we drink tea this morning. And we are complaining, so we want coffee. Understand? Be grateful, be thankful. Morning. Be appreciative of the things that you have. Because else out there is praying that they could have it. Good morning. Right, guys? Morning. How later today? How later today? Yeah. Right. So we got to be mindful and be grateful. Michelle, I can't find my work phone.
You cannot find your workflow? Your workflow is here, man. Just catch it, to be gone.
Hey, me tell Marlene to look for your phone, and Marlene say phone in her drawer. Watch your phone. I beat her. Not yet open. We are not yet open. 9 o'clock. Yes, guys, every morning that's we have to do that, guy. Guess what? Yeah, I'm just badging. Okay. See, I find the phone and the phone start distract me. Yeah. Alright, guys. So the hours are counting down. The minutes are counting down now. Guys, just hear something wicked. Look how long me I look for something in my bag. See here? The paper me I look for in my bag. See here? Hmm? This minute don't talk to about this morning, you know. I couldn't find it. But maybe tomorrow. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day and remember what I said. Positive. Be positive. Speak positive. And know that the more positive you are, the more positive your entire day will be. So be encouraged. Do not be discouraged. It doesn't matter what anybody say to you today. Use a positive word before your name. Like I say, calm Deon, beautiful Deon, kind Deon. Use a positive word to describe whatever situation comes before you. Speak positive to somebody. Share. Be mindful. Alright, guys. So enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for joining. Peace out.